Hey, what's up, guys? Want to do a quick reaction to what we're seeing right now with the CEO Gunman, UnitedHealthCare CEO Gunman. From a red pill perspective, and guys, if you have any good updates or anything, let me know. And let's just try to keep it kind of like within the context of intersexual dynamics and all that stuff. So, um, so from what I've seen, the guy's arrested. So and he looks just like the picture and all that from the CCTV footage. Uh, and we kind of got a name and actual person behind this, and it's basically his name is. Let me see if I pronounce his name right. Luigi Mangione. Right. If you guys are Italian, let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. But so what we know about him is that he uh he is a ex Ivy League grad. Um, I'm looking up things right now. Mangione. Okay, I was gonna say Mangione. Uh, and he was very into biohacking. Like he was a big fan of Andrew Huberman. He had an interest in Evo Psych and all that stuff, which we'll get into here soon. Um, and as time goes on, we're getting more information. But how does this fit within the context of red pill, intersexual dynamics, ultimately dating women, and all that stuff? Well, first off, we are seeing a big rash of hybristophilia, right? Um, like Rollo says, not all women are hybristophiles, but only women are hybristophiles, meaning that women are attracted to criminals and and murderers and all that stuff, right? They get the worst murders in history got love letters from multiple women, even proposals, marriage proposals from women, and it strikes a really deep subconscious part of a woman's psyche when a man is able and is willing to take the life of another man, which is the ultimate expression of, um, I think, the ultimate expression of, I don't know if it's hypergamy. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but for a man, right? The ability to take another man's life, right? And that is why women have always liked kind of edgy dudes that are evil and all that stuff because they have what it takes to protect them from another man because they've shown it before, right? Extreme violence and all that stuff. Um, it is one of those unflattering truths about women that we don't like to talk about. We kind of say, hey, yeah, those women are crazy. We just kind of put them off. But then, if you guys pay attention to what women consume and what they talk about, and the Twitter timeline, which is absolutely rife with women, um, saying, "Oh, he was framed," or "Why did he do this? He's hot." Blah blah blah. And it's a very unflattering truth about women. And now that we have true crime shows and stuff like that, and we see women kind of really relax on a Friday, if a weekend night by watching these shows, they're really into violent criminals, right? And that's one of those things that me as men and evil even evolutionary psychologists and scientists and all that don't want to talk about, right? But for the most part, we know why you know we know why women are into that. It's pretty simple. I just explained it. So um yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's it. He doesn't look to be it looks so absolutely identical to the picture in the CCTV footage. I'm like, yeah, they got him. And then he comes from a upper middle class background. He went to an expensive school. He was an athlete. He was an attractive guy, right? He looked like he had it all, right? He went to an Ivy League school. He was smart, intelligent, super fit. Um, and he seemed like he had a really high intellect, right, with the things he was interested in, right? He wasn't interested in which rapper was sleeping with who, or he was interested in like, scientific data and Evo Psych and stuff like that and AI. And he also had an interest in like male female relationships, like specifically that part of evolutionary psychology. And he you could see his timeline. I'll probably pull it up here before they're probably gonna wipe his timeline here soon, or wipe his account here soon, if he's indicted or convicted. Um, and you could see throughout his post that he had he had a lot of interest in this. Let me make sure that my chats are closed. Okay. Okay. YouTube audio. Okay. So yeah, here it is, guys. Let me blow it up for you guys. Here's his timeline. I'm sure you guys have seen it. His follower count before I planned to make the stream, which was an hour ago. Um, he had 70,000 followers. Now he has 116. So in the course of an hour, he's almost doubled his follower count, right? And people are absolutely obsessed with these kind of drama and all that. So it's very interesting to see this play out in real time. Twitter is a pretty awesome tool. But yeah, it's very interesting. Just within the context of intersexual dynamics, we see obviously the Hybristophilia play out. We see his interactions with the manosphere, so to speak, right? Obviously, he had a very interesting interaction where somebody was like for example, Daughter of Wolves. You guys know who she is, right? She's the girl that like compared me to like a near shirtless picture of me to her husband. And the thing is, the interesting thing about that picture was that I didn't look my best. I was just in my Luffy, like literally dressed as an anime character with a short, chubby girl who wanted a picture with me, who was also dressed as an anime character, and she compared me side by side to her husband, the love of her life, the father of her children, in a professional photo, and started saying how like why didn't I reenlist? Why didn't I do like this kind of like weird kind of semi fangirling stuff, right? Um, but yeah, that's her. And you could show that there's one of these tradcon stupid heroic tweets, and she's talking about here like, hey, I've watched it myself as my husband. He figured out how to provide a desirable quality of life for his growing family, right? So to women, they think that the the hero's journey, which is what she's talking about here, is raising kids, pumping out babies, raising kids, right? She cannot see the hero's journey without putting the female lens on it, right? For men, yeah, family is just an eventuality. It ain't our goal in life, right? Our goal is to be great. But family is something that is downstream of success to us. It isn't the goal. It is just a byproduct of. So yeah. So yeah, like he had a lot of the interest that we we have, right? Um, and let's see here. He retweeted guys like Alex Hormozy, and he's kind of obsessed with this term, an urban guy who talked about social issues and all that. So he's very, you could see where this is going. Very recent tweets, March 16th, and all that. Um, yeah, this guy's probably deleting his post. And you can see here, this is the part where I kind of learned he had an interest in Evo Psych. He's talking about some kind of the history of science, like, oh, I wish I could have discovered things like Pythagorean theorem or something weird. And then he says, but what will people everything is everything's already discovered, right? So what do I do? Some kind of rant. And then here, if 5th century BC Pythagoras discovered algebraic theorems, if 19th century Darwin discovered the evolution of species, then what topics does the 21st century mind explore? I'd say evolutionary psychology, primitive neuroscience, and information networks. So he was interested in, you know, brain stuff, AI, and Evo Psych. Part of Evo Psych, or one large part, or as like someone said it, I forgot who. Like all psychology is evolutionary psychology. So basically, um, he's really into these. Sorry, I dropped real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it was Michael Sartain, right? I don't. Yeah, I don't know. What's up, Rolo? How you doing? Is that the real Rolo, by the way? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Michael Sartain said that all psychology, or all was it? All psychology is evolutionary psychology, right? So this young man was uh interested in that, right? So he had a kind of a eye on like manosphere topics like dating and all that stuff. And we'll talk about that here in a second. Let me put your screen once again. I dropped real quick. Okay. So yeah, that see right here. So I'd say evolutionary psychology and all that stuff, right? So the guy wasn't an idiot. He wasn't a numbskull, right? He had some kind of, you know, he had some kind of interest in this stuff, which is very interesting. Um, and then the comments, plenty of time to read in prison. These are hilarious. Definitely etch yourself in history, that's for sure. The 21st century, yeah, man, these guys are going hard on him. Get a good lawyer, dude. This is insane. My retainers were 200K to start in 2004. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. So I've heard a lot of things. I'm sure that ongoing, a lot of the motive is going to come out and all that stuff. But for the most part, yeah, this situation is pretty insane. If you look at his replies too, there you go. We just jumped. In the time I started this video, he has jumped 10,000 followers. In the time I started this video, right? How many of those followers do you think are women? By the way, I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna look, but how many of those followers do you think are women? Right. So yeah, we got a 4.99 super chat from the Fresh Princess Zamunda. What do you think was his motive? Good question. Obviously, he's one of those hoe math types that was like want to intellectualize intersectional dynamics and all society's problems. He wanted to like solve them with his own intellect, and he thought, hey, he was obsessed with a book here by Tim Urban, I think. Yeah, Tim Urban, which delineates social issues and all that. But yeah, these are his replies, I believe. Yeah, yeah, and here's the one of his tweets that is going viral. So where he writes like, "Hey, pretty huge dick." Um, so the guy wasn't like I have a could it be autism? Could it be like the same as any other of these murderers? I don't know, right? I have no idea. But the guy doesn't seem to be absolutely unable, like a weird. He doesn't seem weird. He seems like one of the bros, right? Like this is the kind of joke that my friends would make. The stupid PhD joke. You know, I don't see this guy as someone being weird or even struggling. And that brings me to my next question. Um, I don't see him. Uh, I don't see him as being the type of guy who struggled with women, right? I see him being the type of guy who uh, was good with women, but then he probably didn't get the relationship he wanted. He couldn't accept certain parts of female nature. He wanted to. He was trapped in old order thinking kind of deal. That's what I see it as because he doesn't seem absolutely unable to communicate and is weird. He can crack a joke, which is how men kind of check on other men to make sure they're not weird or cool. So yeah. Let me see if there's anything that pops out. Yeah, so as you can see, he mentions, I think I'm gonna assume Tucker Carl. Yeah, so he was a fan of Tucker Carlson, right? So I'm gonna assume he's right wing, right? But I'm getting reports that he's left wing, or that's the media trying to portray him as left wing. I don't know. I don't think it's a political thing, but he does seem to be kind of Republican right wing and all that stuff. So very interesting, very interesting. Let's see. Let me see anything else. So I'm guessing he's into. Whoa, hold on. Okay, let's go back to his replies. Okay, so you see he mentions Jordan Peterson, so he was into Jordan Peterson. This is why Jordan Peterson always bothers me. Overcomplicates everything he says out loud, wasting everyone's mental bandwidth and having to decipher it. The best teachers are the best communicators. Clear, succinct, and simple language. Yeah, man, and everyone's commenting now. I'm trying to get a ladies what the ladies are saying. I'm sure there's some kind of thread here I'm about to pull up. Uh, uh let's see. Let's see. So yeah, the guy wasn't an idiot. The guy's a very intelligent guy, right? Um, here we go. Here's the tweet. So here we go, guys. Guys, we got 809 people watching. We have 788 on Twitter and 24 on YouTube. Guys, please super chat, like the video on your way in. Thank you. All right, so let's blow this up a little bit bigger for you guys. So has anyone Tim Ferriss. I've heard that name before. I don't know who that is, but has anyone out there tried Keeper AI for the dating matchmaking? If so, what has been your experience? Now, from my understanding, Keeper AI is our buddy's Date Psych's little lame dating app, right? Where he's going to use AI to get people to get into relationships with like-minded people. And you know what? I'm going to look it up now because it's been a while since I've clowned on Date Psych. But all right, so basically, it's using scientific algorithms. Let's see, where you have dating. Apparently, you have dating coaches on there, and you're using like science and AI to match you with with other women based on science, right? So I don't understand that. You could talk to all the greatest PUAs of all time. You could talk to Troy Francis. Troy Francis will tell you there's nothing scientific about talking to a woman. It's trying to seduce a woman. It's an art. It will always be an art. There is nothing scientific. Yes, the PUAs broke it down, right? But just the same way you break down a piece by Mozart or Beethoven or how to paint or anything like that. Yes, there are techniques, right? But ultimately, when you put everything together, seducing women, whether it be on the side of the street or through dance or however you seduce women, is going to be an art. So, these guys like Dates like want to bring their autism into seduction, right? To try to stick it to those red pill guys that, hey, you don't have to be Machiavellian or you don't have to be this or hypergamy. It's not about hypergamy. It's about matching your soulmate based on science. And as much as I respect some parts of science, that sounds like a crock of shit to me, right? Yes. There are little things about science that will help you. Hey, where do the concentration of hot chicks live in the United States? That stuff like that kind of data will help you, right? Like, so, okay, Austin, Texas. Cool. I'm going to move. I'm a young man. I'm going to go to college at ASU because there's a lot of hot chicks there. Use data to help you get laid. But like using an AI system where you're just matching based on what it's like they want to out science hypergamy and they want to out science the process of seduction and they cannot, right? Because I'm pretty sure this thing is not doing well, right? So in this tweet, Tim Ferriss asked this, and they're asking their experience, right? And I know somewhere down here, hold on, let me go back. Our friend Luigi Mangione replies, right? And then our good friend Rolo Tomasi, I don't know if you guys heard of him. He is the godfather of the red pill. I don't know if you guys heard of him. Big name around these parts. But yes, Rolo Tomasi responds with, "Hey, yeah, I know it's a date psych's dating app, and it's interesting because Luigi, who is a fan of data, AI and evil psych, of course he's gonna be a fan of date psych, right? And date psych's been battling, at least in his own mind, the red pill to the point where he's made lists of which one of us has a sexier voice to try to like denigrate us. But it kind of just made him ended up looking gay. But it's interesting what we're seeing here, like going back, uh, where a lot of people think they can intellectualize dating and they try to make it AI powered and all that stuff. Um, it's ridiculous, right? But all right, let's get some of these comments, guys. You guys are super active in the chat. I appreciate you guys'. So, congrats to the NYPD's police work extending to McDonald's employee in Pennsylvania. So it was a McDonald's employee that caught him. Um, I'm sure he's a chill dude who doesn't. Yeah, apparently he didn't. Um, yeah, Microsoft said that. Everyone. Oh, we have come on, man. Hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing? Oh, okay. He was the author of 4 Hour Work Week. Oh, geez. I should know that because I also want a 4 Hour Work Week. And he's a big bio. Okay, okay. Man, I'm so behind. I'm in the one behind club when it comes to, the intellectual side of all this bullshit. Girls love science and AI. I'm sure they do. Is Fauci running the site? Oh, shit. How to get a girl dry in 5 seconds or less. Yes. Sign up to keep her AI. It's funny because AI is a tool, right? Just like anything else on the internet, it is a tool. If you and you like, you can use it for good or you can use it for evil. Just like the red pill, you can use it to warm your house or you can use it to burn it down. If you guys see, I forgot his name, but there's this guy who lives. I don't know where he lives now, but he has an app which I used to have. I even tested it and it works like a charm where he pretends to be an influencer but has a fake kind of live stream and he has lots of followers. It shows you like as if you were an influencer, had lots of followers tuning in, right? And the AI is so advanced in that app that the comments respond to what you're doing in that moment to make it even seem even more real, right? So like for example, let's say you're at a pool party and you start the app and it's like, hey, people are like, oh my god, oh it's you, Nuke, it's you, I can't believe it, oh my god, you didn't tell us you were going to go live, whatever. And then I bring a girl on screen, it's going to be like, she's mid, whatever, oh she's hot, she's mid, whatever. It's so realistic that women aren't going to be able to tell is fake, right? And he shows examples of women even flashing him, right? That's using AI to your advantage. That's how AI should be used. Is it moral? No, but there's no morality in dating. None, right? If you guys think there's morality in dating, look at all the women that are fawning over this guy. Absolutely fawning over this guy. How many women tonight are gonna touch themselves to this guy? There's a lot of conservative trad wives that are gonna fantasize about this guy tonight. Guys married to guys like Matt Walsh, or sorry, women married to guys that look like Matt Walsh. They're going to be, oh my god, and then while they're having starfish sex, she's going to be thinking about this guy. So many lessons, so many lessons. Um, let's see. From what I heard, Luigi had that was his motive. Okay, so that's the part that I haven't gotten to. I'm still reading into this, but yeah, I saw the X-rays and all that stuff. So he had a bad back and he was denied. Okay, that's what the X-rays I saw. Okay. No, but I are you confirmed the chick? If you're a girl, then it's okay. We're not here to dunk on women. It's just a reality. Like women like criminals, you guys, and murdering another human being is like the highest expression of competence in a man. Not only competence, but like hypergamy on the man side, right? the ability to take another life, the balls, the gall, the balls, whatever you call it, to take another life, because that in her mind it's just like, oh, that um that means that he'll protect me against other men. He has the balls to do it. So yeah. Your track and waifu will be fantasizing about Luigi tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Hey Daniel, do I have permission to tweet that? Can I tweet that? But yeah, so this is the interesting part of Luigi Mangioni's, and what what has the connection to the manosphere is that yes, he had a very big interest in dating and all that stuff. So another thing that to note, lesser detail to note, is that that picture of at the CCTV had of him where he's smiling, right? And that's where the girls originally started like fawning over this guy. Um, he apparently he stopped to lower his mask to flirt with a cashier. I don't know if it's true, but that's what the streets are saying. So it's just like women will screw you every time, right? He had a mission. He could have gotten away with it, but he had to lower his mask and smile at a chick, and boom, he was caught on camera. And there you go. He was 100 times easier to identify the guy. So, so yeah. They were labeled deny, defend, dispose, I think, as a rally cry against those companies. Yeah, so now I understand the motive. So thanks guys in the chat. Appreciate it. Thanks, X Runner. But I think deny, defend, dispose. I think it was a book criticizing that's the title of a book criticizing the insurance companies and the corruption within them. So yeah. Wow. Keeper A has a standards calculator. Wow. Ah, interesting. Interesting story, to say the least. Let's see if there's anything else that pops up here. Luigi was a CP monster. Yeah, all the comments now. Good luck, dog. Um, yeah. Let's look here at explore trending, and number one is trending is let's see if there's anything else. It's funny. Obviously, the memes. An interesting thing is that he had Breloom, the Pokemon Breloom, on his banner, his Twitter banner, his X banner on top, right? And I don't know what that represents. I know Breloom. I think I used them in my party once as a kid when I was playing Pokemon. Um, and there, yeah, there's the X-ray, and there's him. Obviously he's got to show off for the ladies. Like the guy was jacked. The guy was like minced. Um, and well-dressed guy, cleaned up, Chad jawline, like he was a Chad, like definition of a Chad, right? And um, yeah, that's what the book was about. That book was about that, and that's why he wrote that on book. So, you know, yeah, yeah, I'm guessing, yeah, he had screws in his back, and he had a problem with health coverage. Um, and that is what caused his probably like that's what gave him the motive. Like I'm gonna F it. So yeah. Dark Knight Dev with the $5. These new machines can detect your facial recognition. Plus, a guy at Mickey D snitched on him. Homeboy was moving reckless though. Yeah, that's another interesting thing. Like this guy was reckless. Like he didn't. At first, everyone was like, "Oh, he's a silencer, and he was such a professional. It's a professional hitman, and all that stuff, right?" But deep down, um, it just seemed like he was like mentally broken. Maybe the injury was like maybe it broke him or something. Like you don't know what people's mental state is, and it's hard to imagine a guy that's has so much going for themselves, right? Uh, is does something so drastic, right? He could have used his intellect and his, his upper middle class, if not rich background, and maybe make some connections and become a guy that tries to take down the or expose the frauds and all the corruption in healthcare, or sorry, health insurance companies and all that stuff. But he said, "Nope, I'm going to start." Yeah, yeah, it's a classic Joker story, and Joker stories are really important, or like really important, but like really interesting. Because just like in the movie Joker, it's a guy with no status, starts low on the totem pole, right, and is getting screwed over by society. Now, you may argue, hey, Luigi, he came from a expensive high school. His high school cost 40K a year to go to, so he was definitely upper middle class, if not upper class of society. He was not ugly. He had ladies into him. He looks like your standard Chad LinkedIn bro and all that. But he had an event which kind of pushed him over the edge. Like, Joker says, everyone is just one bad day from insanity or something. So then but probably that ordeal with what happened to his back probably pushed him over the edge, right? Maybe he just hyper focused on some kind of uh, societal issue, became obsessed. It happened to him, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm done." Right. Um, yeah, he's arrested. Like, he's been arrested. So, and it adds up and makes sense. Like the motive, like this, his back, that makes sense. Yeah, now he doesn't have to worry about health bills ever again. It'll be taken care of for life. Yeah, he's good. Jail will take care of him. He could have been Batman, but became the Punisher. Yeah. So yeah, so the Joker story is that he commits the murders, right? And he commits the murders, and then he will gain the status, right? He'll be scared. He'll like, oh my god, I did this, but then he'll realize like he crossed the Rubicon. There's no going back now. So at the end of the story of Joker, he's dancing on the cop car, and everyone is worshiping him, right? He thought he did what he did out of desperation, right? At least what he thought in his mind. And now a society that's disenfranchised, poor, broke, whatever you call it, is worshiping this guy because how many people have been screwed over by health insurance? I'm not saying this is correct. It's absolutely not. Murder is always wrong. But, now there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, maybe the CEOs had it coming or something like and classic Joker story. So what's interesting is everyone he went to school with knew it was him from the photo, but didn't snitch. It took a McDonald's employee to snitch down. Man, that's crazy. He had real shooters out there for him. Yeah, he's gonna get so much fan mail from girls in prison. Yeah. Secret King. Let's see. Matthew says Secret King Spurk Scarcity will be a fart in the wind within 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to tell with guys. I see guys that are just absolutely have everything going for them, like super Chad. I'm like, this guy's got to be crushing it with women. Like, there's no way. But then you see them uh, interact with women or have failing relationships and all that stuff, and you're just like, wow, this guy is definitely deeply, deeply blue pill, or just really bad with women, right? So you never know. You never know. Like, just because you look like a Chad, just because you have all these things going for you, you could absolutely be terrible with women, right? It's just your blue pill conditioning are so strong that you can't. It's just a mental block. Most guys have the key to their own prison, and they refuse to uh, to leave their jail cell. They just can't. It's too scary. That they're the pressure to be locked in your blue pill conditioning prison is too strong. Yeah, maybe they get into their own hands. Yeah, I could see that. I'm just interested in the Breloom thing. So okay, let me look up Breloom. I bet you it's gonna be the most looked up Pokemon. Okay, so I'm on Bulbapedia. Breloom. So Breloom, it has 2 evolutions that I know of. He's grass fighting. Oh, I thought it was grass poison, right? So, let's pull that up. Stop sharing, and we're gonna share Breloom. Let's see, hold on. I got all these windows. Present, share screen. Alright, so we're gonna take audio off. Okay. So, alright, so Breloom, right? Let me blow this up for you guys. I understand the shirtless Jack pick, economies are out here. You gotta advertise with the ladies, you gotta do it. Um, and I understand the picture of him with this injury, the spinal injury, or and all that with the screws in his back or whatever. I just don't understand Breloom, right? So maybe there's you guys can help in the chat. You guys, we can we could play some detective work, some nerdy detective. Or if any Pokemon fans are in the chat, please step forward and help me figure this out. Because why would Breloom matter? Why did he have Breloom on his thing? You know. So okay, Breloom is a grass fighting Pokemon, right? And evolves from Shroomis starting at level 23, right? Um, I don't see anything here that would point to having anything to do with him. This is way out there. He's a mushroom-like Pokemon. So yeah, I don't see it. What do you guys think? Oh my God, you guys get rid of her? Jesus Christ! All right, I I just don't see it. You guys have any ideas why he would have Breloom in his bio? Like us normally just happy to get better at game for Chaz. It seems like they need another gratification. Yeah, maybe. Tinfoil. Okay, we got a tinfoil hat theory incoming. Let's see. Effect spore means that when you make contact with Breloom, there is a status ailment, for there is a chance that the attacking Pokemon gets hit with a status effect. Hmm. It's kind of a stretch. Kind of a stretch. I think Baron's take is like, obviously, let's use Occam's Razor here. Maybe he just likes Pokemon. Yeah, like I mean, look at Breloom. He's a pretty cool Pokemon. He's simple design. He evolves at level 25, right? Yeah, 23. So, you get the you get the final evolution early. Grass fighting, that's an interesting combination. Moves are good. And it's still cute as a Pokemon, I guess. And you know, probably has good stats. Yeah. I maybe he just likes Pokemon. Man, these ads are going crazy on this page. Hold on, let me refresh it. Jesus. Yeah. I just think that Breloom, maybe he just likes Pokemon. I think we could put this one to rest. I don't see any connection. Yeah, where are the Pokemon experts? Man's just yeah, or maybe he's just freaking weird. Like I'm weird. I have like anime shit. I have Sora behind me. You guys can't see it, but there's Sora. There's the time machine and all that stuff. The Trunks time machine. I have a Lego T Rex. I have some weird stuff. So yeah, bearing your Pokemon assumption is naive. Man, it's just weird. Yeah, he's just probably weird. But yeah, it's just interesting. Like, I'm just gonna put this Pokemon stuff to rest. Like it's just not a big deal. But yeah. Um, I'm seeing if there's anything else that's happening. A lot of jokes. A lot of jokes. Um, and here's a tweet that I might boost myself, and this kind of like sums up what's happening, right? Um, and hold on, let me share. Give me 1 second, guys. Present, share screen. So this tweet here kind of encapsulates. It's funny to see how differently women react to Luigi Mangione and Daniel Penny. One guy actually saved a woman from trouble and he got vilified. The other shot an unarmed black man and is heralded. Charity didn't die without cause. Now, do I believe this? It's kind of in the abstract, but you can say that out of the two men, the one that's going to get most of the female attention is going to be Luigi, because um, there's the label of a criminal. While Danny Penny got acquitted, he's seen as a hero. So you know, so yeah. Let me see if there's anything else in the chat. I understand his grasp with the healthcare industry, but dude went about it the wrong way and changing. So yeah. It doesn't strike me as someone who so throw he would bring up Pokemon arcane symbology. Yeah, maybe it was Loopy from the Mets. Or maybe chronically online. Yeah. I don't know, but he went to the gym. He did something. He was active. He was outside. He was hiking. So maybe somehow you know, they'll tie this to Manosphere Bad or something. Who knows? But all right, guys, that's all I have on this. Thanks for sticking around. Um, just interesting turn of events. I want to comment on it within the paradigm of red pill and all that stuff. So thank you for the super chats, and I'll catch you next time.